Hey everybody, I am on for the Midweek Message Reveal Wednesday, January 10th. Welcome. Thanks for hanging out with me for another week of messages. So we have a really wonderful opportunity tomorrow with the new moon in Capricorn. New moons, as you know, are designed for us to plant seeds of what we want to see coming forward in the coming months, right? And full moons are ones where we want to release and let go. So the new moon in Capricorn is really a wonderful time for you to go ahead and start making some lists around the things that you want to achieve personally, within your career, within your home life, within your relationships. And this is something that you're going to want to get organized. There's a vibe around organization and kind of getting your ducks in a row. Now, this is a great kickstart to that self personal work journey. Could have said that better. That's coming online here, and the energy is going to support you around that. We also have the benefit of the energy of the portal that is the 111 portal, being January 11th, 111. And whenever we have those numbers that are repeating, it adds an extra layer of magic, if you will. It aligns us more to a space where we're more receptive. And the number one, being the number of manifestation and the number of the self, is designed for us to be in a better space so we can actually start to create the things that we're wanting and bring these things forward, which is exactly why you're going to want to make a list. You're going to want to see on paper and check things off as you go throughout the year. So take some time with yourself, sit down and really kind of focus. What are some things that you want to see? You can go broad strokes or you could go really detailed. It's really up to you. But take some time to actually apply this method, and allow yourself some space around getting your mental space organized so you're able to see these things through. Come back to this list within the next couple of weeks. Look at it, maybe put it up in a space that you can see daily so you're able to stay in alignment with the things that you want. Because it's easy to kind of get off track here, and you want to take advantage of the energy that says, we see you, we would love to give you what you want and need, and we just need you to be on track with us and stay in this present moment. Okay, so this is a really great option and practice for you as well. Okay, so the cards this week are very interpersonal and in line with wanting to bring forward that change in the self. And it's not a change because there's something wrong. It's more like a deepening of the awareness and a better connection to you, to you, higher self you, bigger you to avatar you, super you to mini you, however you want to look at it. Okay. All right. So I'm going to jump into the cards. All right. And please forgive, I'm still getting over this whack sickness that has been going on for a hot minute. So forgive me if I sound a little scratchy. Maybe it's sexy. Okay, so if you chose one, your card is connection. I love this card. Okay, and the number here on the card is 31, which is actually a 4. 4s have to do with your guardian angels, have to do with your connection to those who are looking around and making sure that you are, nudged the right direction. So this to me has to do with intuition. Now, what's interesting about this card is, we're bridging the masculine and the feminine literally at the chest, which is your heart chakra, which is why we have a lot of green. Yellow in the background, connecting us to the solar plexus, which is the seat of will and the trust of the self, right? But something that's really drawing me that I've never even noticed in this card is if you look at where the man, come on camera, his eyes are looking, and where the female figure's eyes are looking. His eyes are looking at her third eye, her intuitive self. Now remember, masculine energy is the doer, is the one that wants to bring forward, right? Wants to make things happen, is the action seeker. Whereas the feminine energy is the receiver, and she is looking at his chest. This is where we are open to receiving compassion for yourself here, one, but at the same time, allowing yourself to follow the intuition and to do something with the nudges that are coming through. But all at the same time, understanding that you're going to be in a space where you're going to kind of teeter between feeling something in the heart space and wanting to be gentle with yourself around these nudges that you're feeling and actually doing something about the nudges and the intuition that you're having. So if there's something that you're wanting to put in place right now, but you're a little wishy-washy about it or a little concerned, you're going to need to really sit with yourself and get into a heart-centered space where you can go, okay, but how does this feel? What would it feel like if I was able to make this thing that's pushing me this way and go all in on it? Or even just think about it. Is it something that you can add to the list for the new moon? Is it something that you're really wanting, and how do you feel about it? Just stay open to the intuitive pings that are happening and run it through the heart space. This is going to be a really great opportunity for you and a connection between both your masculine self and your feminine self. Not necessarily a relationship. This is you to you, okay? All right, moving on to 2. 2. If you chose 2, your card is growth. This card is really super cool. Lots of green energy, which is the connection again back to the heart chakra. And as you can see, she's like in the forest, kind of hovering the head. But in her hands, one singular little seed that is growing, a little sapling. Okay, number 1 being the connection to the self, like the 111 portal that we're experiencing tomorrow, and the master number 4 manifestation. Okay, what you are growing to is taking root. Now, when we're in the winter season, for those of you in the Northern Hemisphere, what has been planted that you haven't been able to see come through yet is starting to pop up out of the soil, okay? Within the next, I'm hearing 2 to 3 weeks, there's going to be something that's going to connect to what it is that you're growing. So you've been asking questions about when this is going to take root, when something's going to be coming of this, and just know that the growth process, the time it takes for you to get from the beginning of this to actually seeing the fruit, to seeing the plant, to seeing something come out of the incubation process that it's been in, was necessary for you as well, because you weren't 100% ready to go yet. And a lot of this has to do with timing of other people and other things that are surrounding this topic about the thing that you want to grow. For some of you, this is a personal thing. This is wanting to have courage. I'm hearing courageousness, feeling brave, wanting, to feel more stable is another thing that I'm hearing. So that stability is coming online, and you haven't felt safe enough to allow this thing to come out of the earth, and just know that it's coming. So give yourself some space, maybe write about it tomorrow when you're working on your new moon affirmations and the things that you're looking to bring forward. Ask for the courage for it to fully come online, because you're in a different space now. And love yourself through this process. Don't feel like you wasted time. You haven't wasted time. No time is ever wasted, and time isn't real. That's a whole nother topic. Okay. All right, 3. If you chose 3, your card is compassion. This card is beautiful. Like fractal swans. Now this is a 17, which is an 8. 8s have everything to do with abundance, and the year 2024 is also an 8 year. 3, you have gotten to a space where you have softened enough to allow yourself space to breathe. And I'm feeling a lot in my chest anyway because of my own situation, but it's more, you've come into a space where you can hold your own now, and you've really loved yourself through some really tough shit that you've had to deal with of late. This is your higher self. You could see this is kind of like a more fractal-esque as opposed to the bottom swan. And swans are very territorial. Swans are like, I believe they also mate for life, similar to like penguins and lobsters and stuff like that. But the overarching swan here is your higher self, protecting you, guiding you, supporting you through the things that you're going through right now. You've been through a lot of stuff, a lot of inner changes. There's a lot that's been happening in your external world that has caused you to really kind of question yourself, caused you to question your path, and kind of made you feel, I'm hearing downtrodden, which is a very dramatic word, disconnected, and you're allowing yourself to come back online. just know that with the 8, there is that abundance. There is this sort of karmic path that's being tied up and tied off. Things are coming to a resolution, but you had to go through it to get to that softening in yourself to really determine what it is that you really want and need. Okay? So those are the messages this week, and that's your card for 3. All right. Would love to hear how this lands for you, so please leave me some feedback below. Would love to work with you too. Have all kinds of awesome stuff on my website. We can work together and really dive deep into anything that you're looking to work on, some goal setting that you have this year. If you're looking to start, a daily practice, or if you're feeling some woo and you want some guidance, please reach out to me, and you can check my website here. And would love to just, support you through that process however I can. Thanks for being here with me. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. Please do something with the energy of late tomorrow, even if you just stop and say, okay, this is what I would like, and you give yourself 2 minutes to think about it before you go to bed. Just don't let it pass you by, because this is a wonderful time for you to really prioritize yourself and your growth, because you're worth it and you're fucking cool. All right? Peace.